Welcome to the Deep Dive. We dive into the sources you share and pull out the key insights, helping you get informed without feeling overwhelmed. Today we're tackling something really chilling, Dean Koontz's novel Phantoms. Our listener pointed out some pretty heavy praise, Stephen King calling it gruesome and unrelenting, critics saying first-rate suspense, even an instant classic. And Koontz, he just grabs you from the start, doesn't he? That distant scream, the dust motes, the silent clock. You're pulled right into this town that's just vanished. How does a story do that? Just dismantle reality so quickly?
Well, it's that immediate sense of wrongness, that uncanny stillness you mentioned. Koontz doesn't just tease a threat, he basically rips away normalcy. So the characters and you, the reader, you're forced to question everything right from the get-go.
Okay, so let's get into that. Snowfield, this eerily silent town. We meet Jenny Page, the doctor, and her younger sister Lisa, who's only 14.
And they're practically strangers, right? Which adds another layer, this forced intimacy under terrifying circumstances.
Right, so they drive into this, picturesque mountain town, but it feels immediately off. Lisa calls it uncanny stillness. And Jenny's driving down Main Street, just 6 blocks, and she's thinking, there's no indication of life anywhere. Windows dark, just empty.
And that emptiness, that's the first big clue, isn't it? Like, what actually happens when a whole town just disappears?
Their first discovery is Jenny's housekeeper, Hilda Beck, dead in the kitchen.
Yeah, but it's how she's dead that's just bizarre.
Exactly. The sources say as pale as ice, ice cold, with universal bruising and swelling.
And this is the kicker, no blood. And no odor of decomposition.
She just dropped dead making dinner. No warning, no illness. It's
impossible. And then the phone line. Dead. Just a soft hissing sound.
Right. And Lisa checks later, not even the cell phone.
So they're totally cut off. Not just an empty town, but a sealed box.
And the horror just keeps expanding. Next door at the Santini's, lights on, music playing.
Yet completely empty. And little things, a knocked-over plant, spilled water, suggests they left suddenly. Not planned, like life just stopped mid-action.
Then they find Deputy Paul Henderson at the jail.
And he's the same impossible condition as Hilda Beck.
Universally bruised, swollen, no wounds, no blood, no decay. It's this repeating nightmare pattern.
Yeah, and Lisa, in this moment where she kind of connects with Jenny, she just says it. Everyone's dead, the whole town, you can feel it, chillin'.
But the physical clues just get stranger. The Oxleys, Tom and Karen.
Oh, yeah. Found in their den, fetal position, bruised, swollen, eyes wide with terror, mouths frozen forever in a scream.
Awful. But the really weird part...
the barricaded door.
Right. Heavy furniture pushed against it from the inside. But the window...
yeah.
locked. Also from the inside.
Which leaves you asking, how? How did whatever got them get in, and what did they see?
It's a locked room mystery from hell. A whole town full of them. And then they feel something. Jenny and Lisa are walking outside this covered passageway, and they both sense it. Something hostile, moving in the shadows. Lisa sees something bigger than a cat near the wall. Jenny sees it in the rafters.
But they can't quite see what. It's this changing darkness. That ambiguity is terrifying.
It really is. And it gets less ambiguous, but way more gruesome at the bakery, Lieberman's Bakery.
Ugh. Yeah. The description is vivid. 2 severed hands grip the handles of a rolling pin.
And 2 severed heads peered through 2 oven doors.
But the bodies, missing.
Gone. It's like something's playing games, being deliberately cruel.
That idea comes up again, right? Later the town goes dark, then all the sirens and church bells start wailing.
And then just stop abruptly.
And Lisa says, it was almost as if they were trying to scare us, teasing us. It feels intelligent, maliciously intelligent.
And Sheriff Bryce Hammond gets an even more direct taste of that malice.
Oh, the phone call. Right after he's called the governor, thinking chemical biological warfare, maybe?
Yeah, CBW. He's about to call General Copperfield, and the phone rings.
And it's just this nightmare soundscape, animal noises, snakes, bees, dogs snarling.
Followed by human screams. Agony, fear, and soul-searing despair. Men, women, children.
He feels this awareness of pure, unrelenting evil, like an open line to the bowels of hell. It's psychological warfare.
And then it gets physical. Horribly physical. This kite-sized insect, a moth, attacks Deputy Stu Wargle.
And his face is just gone, torn off, down to the skull. It's brutal.
But then, the truly reality-bending part, Lisa sees Wargle later, in the restaurant.
Restored, naked, and he speaks obscenely to her.
And then his body, which they'd laid out on a sideboard at the inn, it's missing.
Dead men don't just get up and walk away. How does that even happen? It completely shatters any conventional explanation.
You see the toll this takes on the cops, too. Bryce is trying to hold it together, even with his own son Timmy in a coma.
And Deputy Autry, the ex-military guy, he just can't process it. He calls the enemy a faceless neutral it because what else can you call it?
While Deputy Brogan has this spiritual crisis, thinking it's Judgment Day, regretting becoming a cop instead of using his gift with animals.
Yeah, it breaks them down in different ways. It attacks their whole framework for understanding the world.
So, reinforcements arrive. General Copperfield's CBW unit, the guys in the airtight suits, ready for viruses or nerve gas.
The cavalry, except their rulebook is useless here.
Copperfield dismisses Bryce's theories at first. Non-disease. He wants standard operating procedure.
They think maybe T-139 and nerve gas causes terrible pain, organ collapse.
But Jenny, the doctor, points out, wait, the victims didn't show those specific symptoms. No vomiting, no incontinence.
And the preservative found in the tissues, it seems to enter through skin contact, no injection points, which is just weird.
Then there's the bruising. The experts say classic contusions from compression. Something hit them hard, repeatedly.
But it's everywhere, uniformly, with no broken bones. How is that possible? What could even do that?
It defies physics. And then the medical computer delivers the final blow to the CBW theory.
Right. They analyze Gary Weckless's body. Result: 0.0 chance that a biological agent is involved.
Not just no known agent, but no bacteria at all. Even the normal ones that should be there after death are gone. Decomposition is unnaturally arrested.
Science basically throws up its hands. It has no explanation. It's off the charts.
And just as science hits a wall, these two other guys, Major Eiley and Captain Arkham, drop a bombshell.
The think tank guys.
Yeah. They say they're planning for mankind's first encounter with an alien intelligence.
And they suggest first contact might not be spaceships. It could be, well, bizarre, like biological contamination or something unrecognized.
Suddenly, the impossible starts to look potentially extraterrestrial, or at least completely outside human experience.
It forces everyone to think beyond known categories. Science failed, military procedure failed. What's left?
What's left turns out to be a name, found on a bathroom mirror. Timothy Flyte.
And this publisher is flying him in from London, convinced he's the only one with the answer.
Flyte's an archaeologist. Wrote this obscure book, The Ancient Enemy, about historical mass disappearances.
And suddenly, his academic work is horrifyingly relevant. He talks about real mysteries, Mayan cities abandoned overnight, food still out.
Or that South American village.
Yeah.
605 people vanished, left a message. It has no shape, yet it has every shape.
Which is exactly what Bryce and the others are seeing.
Bryce describes it to Flyte, a massive amoeboid thing, a shape changer that can mimic anything.
And Flyte just confirms it. Yes, a survivor from another era, millions of years old, an ancient enemy.
And it's intelligent enough to try and trick Flyte, using voices of its victims, a child, a woman offering him safe passage. That mimicry is terrifying.
It raises that chilling question Flyte poses: if it absorbs knowledge and memory, does it also absorb human cruelty?
It certainly seems to enjoy playing the devil, calling itself Belial, Habarim, Lucifer.
Okay, the actual form. Oh, tentacles, thick ones with suction pads, thin, ropey ones, just obscene.
It can make phantom copies, too, like Deputy Jake Johnson, but with his organs visible, throbbing. Or a phantom dog.
Flyte describes it as undifferentiated yet highly sophisticated protoplasm. No organs, no skeleton, bullets are useless.
And the reason it kept some of them alive, Flyte realizes it wasn't mercy.
No, it was to kill them one at a time in front of Flyte so that Flyte would be able to see precisely how it functioned.
Just pure calculated cruelty. They were specimens for a demonstration.
But understanding the enemy gives them a weapon, or at least a potential one. Dr. Sari Yamaguchi, the geneticist.
Right, she figures out its tissue, while weird, has a delicate chemical balance.
So she asks for the 10th generation of Dr. Chakrabarty's little miracle.
This genetically engineered bacteria, Biosan-4, that eats hydrocarbons, basically, now modified to survive outside a lab.
It's incredible, isn't it? Using cutting-edge biotech against this ancient protoplasmic entity.
So they try it. The creature attacks first like a giant swarm of hornets, buzzing, then as that phantom dog.
And Tal Whitman, Deputy Whitman, he bravely sprays the Biosan-4 right into its oozing form.
And it works. The sources say it affects it like sulfuric acid affected human tissue. Foaming, spasming, shedding parts of itself.
But the thing is immensely powerful. It makes the pavement crack, throws concrete slabs, breaks Flyte's legs.
Then it goes right for the injured Flyte, biting his face, his neck.
God. And Bryce is just desperately pouring more biosand into the holes it's coming from.
And the sound it makes as it's dying.
Oh, that's horrifying. The voices of 1,000 men, women, children, and animals. An agonized wail.
Because it has no voice of its own, right? So it uses the voices of everyone it consumed.
Exactly. The ultimate act of perverse mimicry, even in death.
It writhes, pours out of the end, burns Tal Whitman's clothes. But it is dying. Lisa cries out, "It's dying. The devil is dying."
And then it's gone. A Mephistophelian retreat, the sources call it. But the experience leaves this residue. Bryce feels it emitted subtle emanations, these psychic waves of evil that left a stain on the soul.
But the immediate threat, that feeling of menace, is gone.
Which leads Jenny to that really profound question. If this thing learned intelligence from humans,
Then did it also acquire its cruelty and viciousness from us? From mankind?
yeah, and she suggests maybe the only real devils are human beings.
And Bryce agrees. Hell is where we make it. It's a really dark thought about our own nature.
And the story doesn't shy away from that human evil, does it? We see Tal Whitman recovering, Bryce visiting his son Timmy.
Still in a coma.
Right, but then there's Fletcher Cale, the suspected murderer. He tries to kill Timmy in the hospital, even though he's sick.
And we learn the creature, Lucifer, appeared to Cale, gave him the fever, called him a chosen one, for 1,000 years of hell on earth.
So even with the ancient enemy gone, human malice persists, maybe even enabled by it.
But there are small signs of hope, too. Lisa laughs again. Bryce and Jenny connect.
And Bryce has that dream about Timmy recovering. It gives him a new perspective.
He says, "There's a lot more mystery in this world than I once thought. I just won't rule anything out." Maybe they were meant to survive.
To carry that knowledge, perhaps.
So wrapping this up, what does this deep dive into phantoms really show us? It's more than just a monster story, clearly. It digs into this horror that feels both incredibly ancient and deeply personal.
Yeah, it blurs those lines,
Yeah.
between science and the supernatural, between external monsters and, well, us.
It forces you to confront questions about human evil, inhuman terror, how they intertwine.
And that core idea keeps coming back. Maybe the real source of ultimate evil isn't out there, but it's a reflection of something dark within humanity itself. Phantoms really pushes you to think about the unknown, not just in monsters, but in sort of the shadows of the human soul.
It definitely leaves you with a chilling final thought. If this creature absorbed knowledge and memory from humans, as it got smarter, did it also just become a concentrated vessel for our own cruelty, our own capacity for evil? Could the most terrifying phantoms truly be the ones we create ourselves? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We hope it gave you plenty to chew on. Until next time, stay well informed and keep exploring.